Hello and welcome to another monthly marvel. My name is Steve Nash and I'd like to talk to you about this inspirational quote. It's a quote that Michael Neill used in his new book, The Inside-Out Revolution. A book I knew I was going to like so much, I bought 5 copies. More of that later. It's the quote by Albert Einstein. Reality is an illusion, albeit an extremely persistent one. Reality is an illusion, albeit an extremely persistent one. Albert Einstein. Excuse me. I like that inspirational quote. I heard about it, or I read it several years ago. Something about it struck me as being true without me really understanding what. I also came across the expression, there's no such thing as reality, just perception. And I kind of got that too. I kind of understood it. But what Michael Neill's book, The Inside-Out Revolution, speaks about, and the reason he used the quote in the first place, is because there's a truth about life, and that is, and the world that we live in, and that is that it is made up 100% of our thoughts and our thinking. So what happens to us, the events that happen to us, the things that we watch on the news, the things that happen to us, to our friends, in our life, in the past, and the things that we think about the past, things that think about the future. All these things we think about first. We think about them. We have thoughts about them. And those thoughts then become our reality. So somebody stands on our foot as we're minding our own business in a pub. We think they're very rude to do that. We think an angry thought. And some of us who are more inclined to act on those angry thoughts stand up and smack the person. Others who are less inclined to act on those thoughts and more inclined to have passive-aggressive reactions, cuss under their breath, and it's chalk one up to that type of person who stood on your foot, that being a bad person. The Buddha said, it is our thoughts that create our world. And that, again, this is back to what Albert Einstein is talking about. Reality is an illusion, albeit a persistent one. So, I'm not really getting this, or I'm guessing that you're not getting what I'm trying to say. It's about your thinking. Your world is your thinking about what goes on, and that's it. And sometimes you have happy thoughts and they make you feel happy. Sometimes you have angry thoughts, sad thoughts, miserable thoughts, lonely thoughts, triumphant thoughts, and you feel those feelings. You think it's the event that makes you have those feelings. But it's your thoughts. And because it's your thoughts, and thoughts come and thoughts go, sometimes for no reason we feel really happy. For no reason we feel really sad. We get out of bed on the right side or the wrong side. For no reason we have a good thought or a bad thought. For no reason. Thoughts just flow through us, and sometimes we let a thought go through us, and sometimes we hold on to it. We try and work something out with it. We try and use our thinking to protect us from a scary world, to control things. Our thoughts are unique to us. The thoughts I have are completely unique, based on my experiences, based on my thinking about my thinking, based on what I read. My thoughts are completely unique. No one has my thoughts, no one on this planet. Therefore, I live in a completely unique world. My world is completely different to the world that you live in, because it's based on my thoughts. My reality is completely different to your reality. And I'm sure that we may agree on some things. We may agree on some things that we both think are good and some things that we both think are bad. But I bet you, if we dig deep enough, we'll find something to disagree on. Something where my thoughts differ from your thoughts. My reality is different to your reality. So, that's a slightly mealy-mouthed attempt to express at least one understanding of Albert Einstein's quote, "Reality is an illusion, albeit an extremely persistent one." Reality is an illusion, albeit an extremely persistent one, by Albert Einstein. That is my slightly mealy-mouthed attempt to explain that quote. This book is a very much better attempt to explain that quote and what it actually means to our life. Because when you have to just make peace with your thoughts rather than what happens in the world, it's a totally different challenge. Making peace with your thoughts is a lot easier than making peace with what goes on in the world. And people that are happy are people that are happy with their thinking. People that are happy are people that are happy with their thinking. Think about that thought. Think about what Albert Einstein's inspirational quote says to you. And think about buying this book. There'll be a link below this video showing you how to do that. It's highly recommended. Just to get you thinking differently about how life actually is. Thank you for watching this video, and goodbye. Oh, by the way, I intend to live my life by the teachings in this book and in other such books, based around something called the 3 principles. I intend to share that understanding as much as I can, and so much of my videos from now on will be influenced by this understanding. And hopefully, as months pass, as years pass, as my understanding deepens, I'll be less mealy-mouthed about it when I explain what I've just been trying to explain. So bear with me. Keep watching. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to say, I bought 5 of these books because I wanted to give them keep one for myself and give them to people I thought would really benefit from it. And one of these books I'd like to give to you, whoever responds to this video. So please, where you can, respond to this video on where it'll be shown on my website, selfhelpcollective.com. Get in touch. The first person that gets in touch with me with an email, with an address, I will send you a copy of this book. Okay? I'd like to spread the word to do with these books as much as I can. So watch this video. If you think you might be interested in Michael Neill's The Inside Out Revolution, the only thing you need to know to change your life forever. See? So that's something, isn't it? If you think you'd be interested in this book, get in touch, send me your address, and I will send you a copy of this book. Send you one of these books. Only to the first person. I've only got 5. 3 I've got earmarked for some friends that I think would find it useful. 1 I'll send to you if you respond first. That's it. I really am going now. Promise.